Guys, we're on a convoy. I can't wait for you to hop in and check out what we have going on. We've got a beautiful convoy going on today. Who's going to be first? Who's first in the chat? Who's it going to be? I see some people are coming in. We'll see who the first person in the chat is. Oh, there you go. Let Freedom Ring. Followed very closely by Sylvia. Sylvia and Robin were like right there. They come in fast. What's up, everybody? You see the convoy? Got a convoy. Well, let me keep her on the road for you while I'm showing you the convoy. A couple of vehicles in front of me. And we're just driving through America. We're just driving through the United States to try to motivate the patriots who might be coming back from church or going to a family barbecue or, you know, just resting at their house or hanging out on the porch. And hopefully when they see us drive by, they'll be like, wait, what are all those American flags? What are these people doing? And it'll inspire them to, you know, stand up for their freedoms, to get in the game a little bit more, to let them know that there are other people who want to stand up too. So what's up, everybody? Really good to see you.
Right here. Come on, let's just go off the ride a little bit.
10-4.
Not really legal, but we're going to do it anyway.
So good morning, everybody. We're on a convoy. We're rolling through New York right now, just trying to motivate some local people to try to wake up the patriots. 10-4. Let me spin you around for freedom over here. I'll give you a freedom flip. I'm on the handheld today, which is, I have 3 radios in the truck. What town we're in? No.
Okay, come on, screen. Oh, shit. Turning yellow, guys. Turning yellow.
State Police Barracks right there.
Okay.
That was a yellow light. I had the camera facing backwards. That light was definitely yellow for all of you watching at home. I hope you're all doing really well. Thanks for hanging out with me the last few days.
I think this is South Rockport.
Thanks for riding with me today. I'm on the handheld because my main radio is messed up. Ever since I got it back, it's been a little bit weird. And now it just like makes these squeaking noises, like electronic squeaking noises randomly. It engages the microphone randomly. The channel indicator cuts off, but the rest of the radio stays on. So something's messed up on the inside of it. Maybe we shorted something out. You know, when you close the wires up here in the door, it wears them away. It wears away the coating. So it's so much harder to hear this radio. I don't have my good radio on. This is my backup, my handheld. And then I've got a third radio in here as well. 10-4. So we're rolling right now. Let Freedom Ring is right. Let Freedom Ring was the first one in the chat. Good job. Sylvia was second. Awesome job. Thank you to the moderators. All the moderators, you guys are amazing. And I really appreciate everything you've done to keep us on the air and keep the channel going. Yeah, 10-4 double big. 55 for this town. It's a nice little town. And we're going on an adventure together, guys. We're going to go to another iconic American place. And I'm going to bring all you guys with me. We've got a little Patriot convoy rolling through New York just to try to inspire people. Hopefully they'll say, what's going on? What are these Patriots doing? Yeah, my dashboard's still messed up from when DC police borrowed my truck. Never loan your truck to the DC police. They're not going to treat it well. These guys, come on. Who's leading this convoy?
I did a real good job. I'm kind of failing a little bit. I'm not on top of my game. It was a rough night in the room last night.
10-4 on the rough night in the room. You know, I tried to leave the live stream running so the visionaries could see what goes down after dark. 10-4.
Yeah, still more.
You guys know how we do it.
That's all I know.
Annabelle's in the chat. What's up, buddy? Hey, AJ. I hope you're doing well, AJ.
That'll make a great YouTube page.
Yeah, something about wiggle, 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 boom. How does it go? We can tell them the story about the slide in the sex hotel.
Oh no.
Okay, 10-4.
We gotta be careful here. We got bicyclists coming across. Fly out? They just fly out here so big. Yeah, they just flew out here in front of me. Like a good river canoe down there.
Oh, yeah. You guys see the river? Did you find out where I'm at? I get the big turn signal of that guy behind us. Now, what do you think of that corn, driver?
That is Pioneer Corn. It's got a sign out there.
It's Pioneer Corn. It looks pretty dry at the bottom. Do they need nitrogen or what? You might be out of my range on this little handheld. Oh, I'm on multi-stream? Cool. Thanks, guys, for hanging out with me. I'll take a look at the chat here. Just we're driving in a convoy and there's some traffic. And we were evaluating the corn here in New York, the quality of the corn. It is Pioneer Corn, which is the same kind of corn that the Red Baron grows. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. We're going to roll on up to an iconic American place, a landmark. We're going to see if we can see some of our buddies while we're up there, even if it's kind of far away, but I'll tell you about that in a minute. We're with some amazing Patriots right here, and it's been awesome to be at the Reawake America, tour. Reawakening America tour was fun. A couple little ups and downs in the event, right, with our experience in the event, but overall it was very positive. And I was glad to have the opportunity to be there with you guys.
I have a green light here, but we're getting held up a little bit.
That's they're waving.
And we better honk at them now.
He's got a train horn. The guy in front of me, Jesse.
That's a big cantor of that freedom horn.
He's got a train horn on his minivan.
I'm gonna leave that on to you, Jesse, with the freedom horn.
You got the freedom flash. He's got the freedom horn. Beep. The people. The people are rising up together. That's who's rising. The people. We're all coming together. We the people, and we're standing against tyranny. And that's really what our channel's about here. About showing the Patriots that it's safe and appropriate to stand up and be 1 mile away. You know what I mean? To get freedom back. That's what this whole channel's about. We have to work together to get shortage. I mean, the cost of inputs for farming are up 2 or 3 times. You know what I mean? For seeds. You look at the break prices, and those have all gone up through the roof too. Everything's getting more expensive, getting paid it more. We're being told that everything is fine. Friends are killing themselves at an alarming rate, right? Because they can't get decent care at the VA. They can't get decent care at the VA. In fact, they're 33% more likely. They're about a third more likely to kill themselves if they're getting VA care than if they're not getting VA care, which is a horrible, horrible statistic. It comes from their own data posted on their own website. It's terrible. And they're patting each other on the back in the White House, saying what a good job they're doing. Well, we're sick of it. And we the people are standing up. We saw very different groups, social groups present at the rally yesterday and the day before in Batavia, New York than we've been seeing, you know, the 1776 and the convoy. We've seen elements of those social groups, but we haven't seen, you know, upper middle class and whatever, people who consider themselves upper class, right, with their positioning, right, their wealth. We haven't seen those people like out on the ground as much as we have in the last 2 days. Like a higher education demographic. I'm not saying it's about education, right, or college, whatever. It's not about that. It's about what you've done in your life, and, right, what you've experienced and what you know and what you've learned, however you've learned it. But we saw very different groups of people present over the last 2 days that we've seen, and we saw different levels of organization and execution and planning than we've seen. And it was motivating and inspiring. And I think a lot of lessons can be learned. You know, I really enjoyed speaking and working with all the Patriots there. I think their security team could have handled things a little bit quieter, but after some reflection last night, you know, I kind of came to the understanding that, you know, if I was running their security and all these live streamers were playing fuck games in the tent during the last half of the last speech of the last day of the event, at the very end, and everything had gone fine the whole time, and now there was a risk that it might go bad or something might happen, yeah, I would have thrown everybody out, but I would have spoken to them very quietly. You know what I mean? I would have sent one person to whisper instead of 3 or 4 people to like escort. And I wouldn't have trampled anybody's constitutional rights, and I wouldn't have engaged in elitist practices by giving some people media badges and not giving them to other people, refusing to allow people their First Amendment rights for no reason at all, right? Other than being too lazy to conduct, you know, a quick evaluation, which clearly wasn't done for some of the other attendees. So the only thing I would have changed is like how I did it. I don't fault them for throwing all those streamers out, but I think they could have done it in a better way, and I don't think that I needed to be asked to leave. Otherwise, I thought it was a wonderful event, and I was really happy to be a part of it, you know, and I really enjoyed talking to Kash Patel. I got some great advice from Kash Patel.
That's a big 10-4.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I can't do 2 things at the same time, and I'm doing something else right now, so that affects my leadership. Can't tell you guys what I'm doing for the confidential, but I will let you know later.
Okay, 10-4. Right there, so it's
You know, even though your back window's tinted, I can still see through it. Oh no.
I'm getting kind of hungry too. I'm gonna have some water. That's what's in reach, so we're going with water. Oh yeah. Yeah. Me too. Alright guys, yeah. Check out. Alright, yeah. Danger. Thumbs down. Yeah, that was dangerous.
Gosh, this guy's taking his hay bale down to feed his cows.
We got a farmer taking a hay bale down, or a rancher down to his cows. There's that freedom horn. Jesse's honking away at it.
I can't believe they do that.
What's up, everybody? I'm glad that you're here with us. Do you think that they're going to, after what happened at Mar-a-Lago, and we've talked about that on this channel a little bit, I think it's terrible what happened at Mar-a-Lago. Very similar to what they did to the Beast, right? They go after somebody's property and tear it up, right? Toss the closet or whatever. They did to the Beast what they did to Melania's closet, you know? Opening food wrappers and shaking everything out on the floor, just really trashing the truck. Items were missing, including the amp to my stereo system, Bobby's stereo system, right? Corporal Porter's. They knew this truck was a symbol of the movement. Just like President Trump is like,
Yeah.
you know, a symbol of a we the people movement.
With the 8-barrel. His name's Clyde.
10-4, Clyde's making a left-hand turn. You see those people waving at us? Yeah, 10-4, the lady that just drove by was waving to us out the window. Awesome, that was cool. We're getting a lot of waves here in New York, a lot of patriots up here, upstate New York. Oh yeah, I don't know what happened with the booth thing. I think that they just got into some, it was either related to a person or the ideology of the movement or like how it made the Reawakening America tour look. You know, it's all politics with that group. It's politics, right? And politics is really about appearances. And so maybe they thought having 1776 there would give a wrong appearance, or maybe somebody in the group had an arrest warrant and they didn't want the potential of like a scene to occur, right? They didn't want a scene. Now they shouldn't have made a scene when they asked me to leave with all those officers. They should have, or security officers, they should have just had one guy walk over and whisper to me. We'd already built up pretty good rapport, you know. And I just say that I used to manage a security company. I had 800 security officers that I managed across 100 service locations. 800 security officers across 100 service locations, all right? And I'm talking like multi-billion-dollar asset service locations. And so there's a way to do it. You know, there's a nice way to do it, and they didn't use the right policy tool there. But, you know, it's a learning curve for everybody while we're doing this stuff.
Yeah, I guess we got to watch out for the bicyclists. Like Mama said that they had that on there, the big bicycle ride today somewhere out there.
All right, we're rolling on a beautiful convoy. That's some nice farmers fields over there. Check them out. Look like soy. I think they were growing beans out there. Guys, I'm really glad you're riding with me. Thank you. I'll flip you around. We're just going on a convoy right now. We're going through upstate New York. I just wanted to talk to you guys about the event in the last 2 days, and let's do like an after action. Let's talk about lessons learned, right? What did we learn from the event in the last 2 days from the speakers? We learned a lot, right? It was a really, really educational and informative event. I'm really glad that I was able to be there. Again, a couple of peaks and troughs with how a couple of things were handled, but overall it was very positive. There's just some pretty good looking beans on Greg, except for all the damn patches and the weeds. We learned a lot, right? And so I want to talk to you guys, to you visionaries, about it and say, hey, what did we learn? What did we learn from our attendance and participation in the event at Cornerstone Church, the Reawaken America tour over the last 2 days? What is it that we learned? So that way when we go into the next, right, Patriot effort together, and we're doing it now. Like, this convoy is a Patriot effort. It's a grassroots Patriot effort to try to wake up and motivate other patriots in a peaceful, non-violent, impactful way. Right? What did we learn? That's what I want to know. I learned that there's some high-level patriots who feel very similarly to how I feel. And they're willing to stand up and get in the game, like the big kids are standing up. Now, of course, it's politics, right? It's political. We're here to get political action. Example, policy change. We want domestic policy change to limit the erosion of our freedoms, right? That's what we want. Come on, driver. That light was yellow, too. It was yellow. That boy. Alright. We got a light here. I'll show you guys the flags and stuff on the vehicles up in front of me. I'm riding third today. You know, I wanted the Red Baron and Jesse to go ahead of me up there. I've got the tail end security right now. Everything's safe and sexy. But yeah, what did we learn? I learned high-level patriots want to get in the game. I learned that you need to get a press pass when you're going to be working with high-level patriots, right? I learned that I need the visionaries to call a ahead of wherever I'm going to go and let them know that I'm a good guy so I can get the press pass like days in advance. You know what I mean? So I don't have to deal with any of this crap with these little naysayers who traveled across 5 or 6 states to try to tear me down at that event, right? It traveled from Washington, D.C., through Maryland to Virginia, through West Virginia, up into Pennsylvania, and then into New York. That's how many lines they crossed, state lines and district lines they crossed to come and tear me down at that event and to try to tear down 1776. That's a lot of states to drive through to fuck with somebody, you know? So I learned that we need to take legal action. I learned that I need to get a press pass. I learned that big league Patriots want to get in the game. I learned that there's a higher level and a lower level of these events, and you have like the workers, and then you have like the mid-level folks who are like the vendors who are paying to be there, and you know what I mean? Like the people in charge of different functions are hired security, armed security local versus the event security that travels with the event. So I learned how to make the event safe. Volunteer medics, firefighters, right? Trucks make a great barricade. I learned that again. I learned a lot. I learned a lot from that event. So it's like, how do we take all the things we learned and put them into play? I learned that there are good speakers and bad speakers. That, you know, some speakers like Pastor Locke can really whip up the crowd and get people motivated and excited and, you know, just get the spirit into the room. And then some people speak with a little bit less energy and kind of lose folks. So, you know, how do I want to talk to people? You know, I learned a lot. And there's a time and a place for different types of communication. I learned a lot. It was a good event. Here we go. Thank you, Sylvia. I appreciate that. Yeah, if you guys want to support me or our channel together, if you liked what I did in the last couple of days, if you like how I stand up to freedom and how, you know, rodents and other people can't push me off my spot, you know what I mean? If the event security asks me to leave, of course I'll be respectful. I didn't do anything wrong, but of course I'll be respectful. I'm going to say my piece, but I'll leave. You know, I'm not going to like fight you over staying there for the last half of the last speaker of the last day of the event. But, you know, I'll stand my ground with the other people, of course. And if you guys like what I'm doing and you want to support me, I'm on Cash App and I'm on Venmo. It's X-Ray Convoy. And thank you very much. Thank you to all the Patriots who have supported me, who've helped me buy diesel fuel and tires for my truck and everything. I really appreciate you guys. No more advertisements. That's it for the advertisements. Thank you, guys. Now we're going up to a really special place. I think you guys are going to really enjoy where we're going to. I did take a shower today, so, you know, I got that going for me. You see, hair fixed up. All right, cool. Anyway, we're going to a really, really fun, iconic place. You're going to have an awesome time with us. We probably have about 30, 40 minutes to roll down the road. And I just want to reiterate, I just want to say again, how much I appreciate all of you guys on the channel. Everything you've done for me, the way you get my back, the way that we stand up for freedom together, we're all making an impact together. And I really appreciate and love you guys. Thanks. Really, really appreciate you guys. I mean it. Thank you so much for everything that you've done. I wouldn't be here without you. I wouldn't be doing this stuff without you. And you're the ones who got me doing this. You know, and I'm really enjoying doing this with all of you guys, going around the country, standing up for freedom and for patriotism, trying to wake up the other patriots, and that's how we do it. That's what we want to do, guys. You know what I mean? I got the hat on again. Now I'm back in uniform. Uh-oh. Leia's mom, she's got an idea about where we're going. I can't tell you where we're going, but you might be close. I know who said that. I'm with you. Layla. or Layla. Something needs to be done with them. You know, the harassment and the stalking. I agree. And so what we're doing is we're going to talk to a lawyer, and we've got some things that we're going to do. We had a meeting, and so we have 2 or 3 different plans that we can put into place to ensure our ability to continue to operate on this channel for freedom, so that like little people like the Squirrel and JJ and whoever else, those little punk bitches, so they can't shut the channel down, right? Because we're here for freedom. We want to keep it really positive. But when people travel across, you know, they left DC, they went through Maryland, they went through Virginia, they went through West Virginia, they went through Pennsylvania, they went through New York. That's a lot of states. You know, that's a lot of states to drive through to mess with somebody. They're bad people. I mean, they're bad people. They're bad guys. I don't know how they got press passes or media passes, but those are bad guys, right? You got to pick a side.
Lane 2.
You got it. You got it, drivers.
Thank you.
So you know what I mean? We gotta stand up for freedom. I need all of you to help me stand up for freedom. I need you to do stuff in your own hometowns. But yeah, those people are totally stalking and harassing us. We've got a plan in place for them. We've got a few plans in place for how we can do things going forward. And we learned a lot. Like we had an after action sort of like debrief with like 10 people yesterday. And we learned a lot. We learned a lot from the event in the last 2 days. And you know, the last several weeks. We learned a lot from DC. We learned a lot about what corrupt police will do. There are a lot of good cops out there. There are a lot of good government agents out there. And then there are also people who are more focused on perpetuating their own comfort and diminishing their own risk at the expense of others' freedoms. So they're good guys and they're bad guys as well in there, right? And we've had some experience with both on this channel. And we want to be right. We just want to look at the facts and report the facts.
They got a Bob Evans here in Niagara Falls.
Bob Evans down on the farm. I could eat. I mean, before we go on that boat ride over the top of the falls, I don't know. Y'all tell me. Yeah, all right, I'll admit it. We're going to Niagara Falls, everybody. We're on a convoy to Niagara Falls.
I sure could use a food too,
I've never been.
10-4, our next deal, once we get a little closer, we'll see what we can find. 10-4, I think we're real close right here. We're getting off right here. We gotta watch this guy getting on. And we need to get over on the right lane, convoy.
Bad doors in place.
I guess you want to call it. I think we should go there and see what food that they have there where we're going.
That's going to be expensive, man, right? You mean in the town or like at the place?
Yeah, let's get some of that tourist food, you know?
I don't know. I'm following you guys. I don't want to pay $40 for a funnel cake. But I'm down to go anywhere with these patrons.
Let's go right around here. I think we're good.
All right, convoy. Right turn, convoy. 10-4. We had to make a move. There's traffic coming behind us, guys. You should stop in Buffalo at the Anchor Bar. 10-4. Hey, this guy's waving. That guy was waving. That guy was waving to us on the right. He wants to see us again. We ought to turn around. That guy was smiling ear to ear and waving, the guy on the right. That's crazy.
Turn around here, guys. We got to turn around. Let's make a little turn around here.
10-4. I don't know who's leading this convoy, but now we're making another U-turn. I think I know who was running the directions up there since we're making our U-turn. 10-4.
Speed bump there. Speed bump. I believe it's going to be right here. I don't know. We're going back to this road.
It's a good looking convoy. It's letting you guys see the convoy. 10-4. Jesse, you got to hit the train one for the guy on the left in the white t-shirt. He was loving it.
Yeah, I was talking to him. That's what got him.
Guys, look at the guy on the left. All right, we're going to film him, man. You got to do that horn for him. We'll see what he does. He's waving.
Okay, got a yellow light there.
He's waving, giving us thumbs up. You hear that diesel? That's a turbo diesel engine right there, driver. You hear that turbo diesel? You don't know what to do when you hear that. All right, everybody, we're going to Niagara Falls. We're going to the Canadian border. We're taking the ride where you go over the falls and you splash down in the pool at the bottom of the falls, and then you pop up like a submarine. You breach. You drive around on top of the falls for a while, and once everybody gets a little bit liquored up and ready to go, they just put it in gear, and you fly off the top of the falls, and you fly. A parachute goes out, you splash down in the water like a space capsule, and then they come and rescue you. I think that's the ride we're going on. Do you guys think that's a thing? And thank you so much. I see that $4.99 zipper. Thank you so much. Very, very nice of you. Thanks. Really appreciate your support. And that's almost a gallon of diesel. Thank you. Oh, there's a fair? A New York State fair or what?
Hey, Jeff, you doing all right? I think so, yeah.
Oh, we're going to bring our flags and wave them at the Canadians. Thank you. Thanks, Zipper. Yeah. Thanks, Zipper. That's like, I got gallons of diesel coming in. Thanks. Appreciate you.
Did everybody bring their swimming gear so we can go swimming?
10-4, I'm watching Canadian Bacon here, on my other monitor, just getting ready for the crossing. Have you guys seen Canadian Bacon? What's up, Canada? Thank you so much for the shout out. Is that Tyler? Thank you, Tyler. Appreciate you watching, man.
That sign says Parkway is a half mile. Should we be parking instead of driving right now? I think it just means we go down a Kenny Road.
Oh, we're running that border. Good to see you too. Thanks. Yeah, God bless you guys too. Thank you. We're gonna have a really fun day, guys. We're going to Niagara Falls. We're going on the space shuttle launch off the top of the falls ride. I don't know if that's a thing or not,
On the other side of that river there?
but that's what I want.
I take it.
Hey, I bet you got a fancy truck says which direction we're heading. Which direction are we heading? Are we going east?
We are west.
We're going west. Canada's on your right.
Yeah, we're headed west.
10-4. 10-4 on the sundown side. Oh yeah, we're on a convoy. These are some Biden roads right here. Is that Canada over there? What are you
like? Going down the one road right up here. I'm like, it's going to go in the one lane.
That looks like Canada. You want me to go up to the moon and then do a live stream on the moon with the flag up there? Do you guys think there's a flag on the moon? I'll go up there and look. I'll live stream it. That guy's got a Ukraine flag. I'm cutting him off. That's Ukraine. I'm America. Now, don't get me wrong. I stand with the boys in black who are doing the work in Ukraine, the boys and girls in black who are getting stuff done. I stand with them. I am motivated by them, and I respect them. But, I don't give a flip about Ukraine. I hate that some of them are falling for that, you know. Always a chance to go after your competitors, though. It's a great chance to engage with our competitors.
The people crush.
Yeah. Here comes our follower. Come on up. How are you, convoy? Come on up. They look like nice people. We got a helicopter on us.
Hey, we're turning right here. We're going to turn in right here.
We're turning, guys. So we drove all through rural New York. Here comes the trolley. That's cool. Drove all through New York just trying to motivate and inspire some patriots, you know. We want to motivate and inspire the patriots. You guys know I always have a flag or two on my dash. I've got 2 flags behind me, Marine flag and American flag. Those are the 2 I'm flying. And we're here in Niagara Falls. We're going to go and check it out. We're going to try to go down to the, you know, where the Canadians can maybe see us and wave some flags for them. You know, try to stand in solidarity with the Canadians. What they did was very brave, you know, and America needs to stand up and support our Canadian brothers and sisters. You know, we're seeing it happen all across the country now. People are standing up in the Netherlands, right? The farmers sprayed manure out of their sprayers onto their Capitol building. I heard the German farmers ran across the border to go support them in their tractors. I heard they've been shot at in their tractors. And they're protesting, you know, set aside land requirements and nitrogen requirements related to emissions and nitrogen. I've also heard that New Zealand people are standing up, Australia people are standing up, and Canada, right? Yeah, if you want to email me, I'm convoyxray@gmail.com. Would love to talk to you anytime. Shoot me a message. 10-4 on the Great Mac and Cheese. That's something that we always want to know. And I see Rick Rack there. So the people in the first vehicle up there in that red diesel F-350, it's about to make a left turn. There it is. All right, that's TQ Trucking. And they're supposed to be at the Kid Rock concert this weekend. They had tickets for 6 months. And they gave away their tickets so they could go to the Reawaken America tour. So they could come on this convoy here and be with us, all of us. So they had tickets to Kid Rock, and they gave them up so they could come with us. Which is cool, right? You would have taken a bus. Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, it was a great event. You know, a couple little hiccups, but, you know, we've talked about that, and we don't need to be negative. We want to stay positive, and those are good patriots who are doing good things for freedom with the Reawakening America tour. And so for me, the most important thing is just like supporting the patriots who are standing up for freedom. And I support those guys. Look at this convoy. Look at the church. Would you just look at it? We're gonna line them up here, convoy. Are we parking here? We need to stop and talk. All right, everybody, come on. We got to communicate. Hold on, we're communicating. All right, let's go. We got to. That's the casino, I think.
That's what, I mean, I don't know.
That's the air cover.
The sign saying we're okay.
We're all good. It's a cool helicopter up there.
That's probably a tourist in that helicopter.
Yeah.
A tour guide. What's that mean on that sign that says social club members only? What's that mean?
What's it say?
For the casino? It's a social club members only.
Well, we're Moose. We can park
We can
there.
park
We're in
anywhere.
a social club. We're Moose.
Okay.
Yeah. We're Moose. We cannot stay here. This is where we do our planning, and then we go where we're going. I do not think we can park here.
You don't think we can?
No. There's no way we can park here. Social club members only.
We're not part of the social club.
We're Moose.
We're the We the People social club.
Yeah,
We're
we're
the
not.
Freedom social
You see that shirt, guys? What do you think of that?
Right.
I think it's pretty.
Represent.
That's right. Thank
We
you.
go down there and park at the casino. I bet we do.
Are we going to the casino?
It's only 7 foot tall. I can't even go under that.
You're taller than that.
Yeah.
I'm
Nine.
9 foot. I measured it before
Yes,
you
he
left.
says we're 9 foot.
Yeah, I measured. I was like, we better measure.
Yeah.
Look at this sexy convoy. It's a Titan sexy one.
Hey, Mom.
Yes. We're having a good day.
I mean, I've never been here. I mean, we got to go look around.
Guys, if you're not on the Peach Peterbilt, you're wrong. This is Peach Peterbilt right here. You got to check out Peach Peterbilt on YouTube. And this is Jesse, J_N on YouTube. You got to get him. J_N right here, everybody. Unite America. And this is Peach Peterbilt. Peach Peterbilt, J_N,
These are X-Ray's new shirts.
X-Ray Vision. We hanging out.
X-Ray.
He don't have the lumps on it like that.
Now, can we just zoom in on
Yeah,
her,
lumps
on the mountains?
The mountain.
These are the
Yeah,
New
they're
York
close.
mountains right here.
These are not mountains.
They're beautiful New York mountains.
These are bumps. These are just speed bumps.
That's Appalachian Mountains.
No, I feel like the Smoky Mountains.
We're just keeping it clean, guys. We're keeping it sexy. They say go to Goat Island.
I'm walking down here for
Goat Island?
Is your truck running?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going with TQ. I got him, guys. I'll stream him. Hey, what'd you think of the corn in New York?
I think it's they're going to go broke.
It's
They're,
shitty.
they're already in the hole. They got problems.
How do you know that?
The ear's probably no bigger than my stock at home. I mean, I would say I was back for.
So you could see the ear as we
Oh,
drove
yeah.
by. You could see it.
It was like, that big around. No. No.
And what were you saying about the nitrogen? How could you tell
I
it
could
needed
tell
nitrogen?
It's like they didn't put any nitrogen on because it was real pale green. Maybe they just make silage out of it. Hell, I don't know.
So if it's pale green, it needs more nitrogen.
That's what it tells me. It's out of fertilizer.
Yeah.
And it was already dying at the bottom, so it's gone.
Well, what's happened with fertilizer costs this year for farmers?
Way up. And that's maybe the reason. Maybe they couldn't afford the right amount of fertilizer. But here's the problem. If you can't afford the right amount of fertilizer, then you're not going to get the right amount of bushels and then you're not going to have any, you're not going to make it.
You're saying hotel, you're looking at parking.
Yeah, I'm looking at parking.
Yeah.
Self-parking garage.
Surface parking lot, this way.
But I'd have to park here because I can't go under that.
I think it's just the other side of those dividers.
Huh?
See those concrete barriers? I think we just have to be with all the people instead of by ourselves.
People over here.
We could probably be with these people. Oversized vehicles prohibited.
This is what we want to go here. They got restaurants. This is where all the casino is.
We're gonna park right there.
Yeah, we're gonna park right
Right
here.
there in that road,
Right
yeah.
here, right here. That's casino. parking.
Rainforest Cafe.
Yeah, look over there. We need to check this stuff out, but we need to walk.
All right, we're walking.
We just need to lock our stuff up.
Tell them about farming, because we're gonna have a farming channel on Peach Peterbilt. We're gonna be farming,
We're gonna
right?
try to do that this year. Yeah, we're gonna try to put that together so people can see a little bit more.
Are you gonna let me ride in the combine with the
If
visionaries?
you're not too busy, you might still be out working, man.
I'll be working.
Yeah.
I'll be
Yeah, if
working.
you drop in, we'll put you in the combine for a while.
Cool.
If you're out,
I don't have to touch any controls. I'll just video it.
that's fine.
You know,
That'd be cool.
I can stand on the back or something. Just don't put me in the grain bin.
No, you don't get any great, man. You lose legs and arms.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, if you bring somebody you don't like, we could probably chew them up. Some with some corn.
He's kidding.
No,
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
No, but really,
No.
you could.
They're
No, we're kidding.
very dangerous pieces of equipment.
You have to be really safe around
Yeah, that's-
equipment.
Well, the sickle bar, it'll cut your fingers off. Boom, just like that, you're gone. Corn head will cut your legs off. We had a guy last year working for another farmer across the county. He was going out to, he was 12 rows over in the cornfield, and one of the boys was going over, there's a hired hand was going over to meet the combine to give him some lunch or something.
Yeah.
And the guy driving the combine didn't see him, and he was one row over too far,
Oh no.
and he grabbed his leg and it just cut it off from the knee down. I mean, just whacked it off. And the guy got the combine shut off because he's a good operator in time, but right now the guy just has a, what do you call the legs?
Prosthetic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got one of them now. But he's still going back to the farm.
Be farming.
He said it was still his fault. He was over one row. Wasn't nothing that the driver did wrong.
Yeah.
It was totally his fault for being where he was.
So you got to be real safe around farming equipment. That's the lesson.
Big time. Big
Temple.
lesson.
Temple.
A lot of kids, a lot of A lot of people have been killed.
I'll use a carabiner. I'll tie into that fucker so I can't fall off.
Yeah.
I'll make like a climbing thing. Yeah.
I'll make you put a seatbelt on.
I've got a belt on that's a climbing harness. I can just tie in.
That little seat, the combine has its own seatbelt.
It has an extra seat.
Yeah, extra seat just for like seatbelt you in where you can't move.
I'm gonna be a combine seat cover. I made him laugh.
We can go over there. That's the casino parking lot. We just need to go back out.
Yep.
Stay on this side. Park somewhere in the middle there. And then they got restaurants down there. There's a big restaurant down there. Go mingle around and figure out.
Figure out what we're gonna do.
Okay.
And then figure out where.
Niagara Falls Boulevard.
Then figure out where Niagara Falls is.
I'm not sure. I think that might be where we're
You have any idea where it's at?
Yeah, it's over there.
It's over where?
Well, let's just go park. We'll find something.
So
you,
they could be 200 plus.
you're usually the guy that goes and knows exactly our route that we're going to go with.
Usually we're squared away. So let's just relax. We know where we're at. We have all day. We know
We have all
that
day.
we know they're going to be up there around the hotels because that's where people want to eat. It's going to be by the casino. There's going to be food over
Is that
here.
what they said? We can park there.
Welcome to my
They
house.
said we can park over
Maybe
there.
we can get some
Okay.
electric scooters. Have
Yeah.
some races.
That would be nice around town.
Dude, wouldn't that be cool?
You
Have a
know,
race.
This is what we're doing today, guys. We're at Niagara Falls. It's going to be fun.
You want- Yeah.
I ride dirty with it.
Oh, yeah.
What did she just say? What did she just say?
Ride dirty on the scooter with me.
Riding dirty.
Ride dirty.
Riding dirty.
I'm
Dirty,
gonna
dirty.
ride dirty.
That's right.
God.
We will. All right. Thank you for your email. I will check it out.
Yeah.
Rainbow Air is $145 for 8 to 10 minutes. Wow.
8 to 10
How much
minutes
is it?
$145.
I'm doing.
per person.
I'm doing.
Yeah, per person.
I'm
That's
doing.
unreal.
Can't do it.
Well, you can do it. That's a lot of money for a short time. If you go to Vegas,
Only
you
5
can.
minutes.
You can pay it. No, I thought he said 8 to 10 minutes.
No, I'm not
8
doing
to
it.
10 minutes.
If we go to Vegas and we get a helicopter, they'll take us to the Grand Canyon, give you champagne, and fly you back for like $300
Yeah.
from Vegas. Now that's worth doing.
They take you down in the Grand Canyon.
That's worth doing.
Yeah, that's worth doing. Well, maybe they got the boat. We can just get on the boat and do a little boat ride today.
I want to tell them what I want to do. I want to do the boat.
You want to go over the falls and land in the water in the bottom and like splash back up.
Like a submarine,
People
launch it.
die. People die doing that.
No, they've got to have a boat that does it, or like a
No.
ride. Like a ride.
Yeah.
You,
They do.
So
you
you when we
watch
get
me.
done with that, then we'll go back up there and we'll get on the zip line. We'll zip line from the top.
I don't think they. I think they threw it out.
Oh, they don't have the zip line.
Oh, guys, Debbie Foote is now subscribed to both of your channels. Both of you guys.
Awesome.
Thanks, Debbie.
Thank you, Debbie.
Yeah, these are the people you want to check out for sure. These are the people you want to check out.
All right.
Ready to rock?
Let's ready to rock. Let's go to the.
We're gonna park over there.
And we're gonna go try to get us something to eat. Maybe we can live stream some more. Maybe you guys can do some live streaming.
See,
Definitely.
Okay.
some of the restaurants get a little
I know.
testy.
Yeah.
Oh, we're not gonna live stream. I'll cut it off.
Yeah.
I just wanted to show everybody what we're doing and show them some love.
We're gonna show them other parts, right?
Oh, should I just keep it on live then?
Well, later.
Maybe we'll eat lunch and then we'll go back.
We
live.
lunch,
After
then we'll
we
go
eat
live
lunch,
again.
We'll go back live.
All right.
After we eat lunch, we can.
All right, we're gonna go eat lunch.
Lunch.
So you guys aren't in our pockets, because that's weird. So we'll go have lunch, and then we'll go live and show you the falls and everything.
Yeah, I don't like being live when I'm eating because I don't want people to watch me eat.
It's weird.
It's weird.
Do you have
Weird.
good table manners?
That like changes the whole thing of your show, you know.
If you don't eat well.
Going
Yeah.
over there.
Yeah, yes, sir. All right. Later, everybody. Come check us out later on. Come back here so you can see all the flags and everything. It's been great hanging out with you. We're going to go get some food, and we're in Niagara Falls, and we're going to go live later. So I hope we get to hang out. Thanks for doing this Patreon stuff with me. I love you guys. Have a great day.